Hi guys, I'm going live. I'm going to make a Mandazi dough. Mandazi. Mandazi is an East African type of donut, a bit like puff puff, a bit like the Nigerian puff puff, but it's not quite the same thing. It's not made in the same way. So I am making Mandazi dough today. I'm not probably going to be able to cook it immediately after because it needs to sit for 30 minutes. All right. So we are going to start with a flour. I'm going to use 3 cups of flour. 3 cups of flour. That's quite a full cup there. Sometimes I use the whole packet, but sometimes it depends on what else you're adding inside. Yeah, so that's 3 packets of self-raising flour. Self-raising flour in the UK already contains some baking powder. Yeah, but I found that sometimes it still doesn't harm to actually go ahead and add some more baking powder. And the baking powder that I'm adding today, I'm just going to make a small space in the flour, and then I'm going to add the Mandazi, the powder. This one is specifically for Mandazis. Some people, I don't know if they use it in bread. I haven't used it in baking bread. So about, I think, a teaspoon. Sometimes I can be a bit cheeky and I like to add slightly more, maybe 1.5. It's not about cheeky, but I think it's about how you like it raised. So anybody that is in Uganda will know this. Any of my viewers from Uganda, you're going to know Chapa Mandazi. I brought this one straight from Uganda. That came from Uganda. Who's on live? I say hi, like. I'm making mandazis, East African mandazis. I've got 3 cups of flour, self-raising flour. I've also added some baking powder. This one's from Uganda, self-raising flour. I'm going to mix it a little bit, and then I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of sugar. 1/2 cup. Sometimes some people add more sugar. If you don't want it too sweet, you can only, you can reduce the sugar, but just to make it taste okay and right. So that's 1/2 cup in there. I'm also going to add some nutmeg. By the way, you can also add cinnamon. Yeah. Say hi, guys. I'm making Mandazi. Like the live if you're enjoying what you see. So I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to add some butter to actually soften the flour. And once that's gone in, that's probably about 1/4 of 250 grams, 1/4 roughly, I think. So if you're in UK, again, this is British unsalted butter. If you're in Uganda, you can add margarine. If you're in East Africa, you can add margarine. So I'm going to mix this up now. You've got to get some kind of the butter's got to fade in. So that's what I'm going to do now. Please like the live. This is Journey with Jackqueline cooking channel, travel, parenting, especially special needs parenting. Who's on live? Say hi. Thanks for being here. Can you see the flour is beginning to be like breadcrumbs? That's what you're after. You've got to push, just mix it right in. This is a bit like when you make some kind of dough for meat pies, but you got to mix it in. I'm not making meat pies, guys. For those of you who have just come on, this is a dough for Mandazi. Mandazis. Once it's become a bit more like breadcrumbs and you've rubbed your butter in and you've mixed it all up, I'm going to add an egg. You can add 2 eggs if you like. Today I think I'll probably add 2 eggs because the eggs are a bit smaller. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to add another egg because the eggs are small. East African Mandazi, guys. East African Mandazi. This is the dough for it. I haven't quite made the Mandazis yet. I'm going to add a glass of milk. I'm not adding water, glass of milk. Because sometimes when you add water, it actually makes it a bit harder in the end. So I'm adding some milk. Ideally speaking, it needs to be milk, really, if you can. And then I'm going to mix it all up. You see it coming together. And if the milk is not enough, you can always add some more. If it looks like it's not. Because you're not looking for a sticky dough. It's going to come together quite nicely, guys. Excuse me for a bit. See how it's moving, guys? Please like the live, guys. Like the live. Say hi. Where are you watching from? Subscribe if you like cooking videos, parenting, lifestyle, shopping, UK life, simple UK life, guys. Travel when we can. Guys, can you see the dough now? I've not added any more water in it and it's taking form. Now also sometimes the secret in Mandazi, the outcome also lies in the kneading of the dough. So you've got to knead it for a bit of a little while. If it tends to be slightly sticky, you can always add slightly more flour, not much, just slightly. And I'm beginning to see that it's slightly sticky, so I'll add slightly more flour. Slightly more, not much. Just to bring it together. So that might be something like 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon if it's really sticky. There's still some stickiness. So there we are. I'm going to cook this mandazi a little bit later. So if you're new here and you like to see how I'm going to cook it, please subscribe and keep out a lookout for the video. I'll be cooking it later today. So there we are, the dough. When you press it and it starts coming up, you know that it's okay. The dough has got to be covered with a cold cloth for about half an hour. So that's what I'll be doing. Thanks for joining the live. For those of you who have watched through up to now, thank you so much. Please like the live and support my channel. Subscribe for more East African Ugandan videos. I cook a diverse range of foods, guys. Please subscribe and check out my other channels. I mean my other videos, that is. I'm going to wet a cloth and I'm going to cover the dough with the cloth for half an hour. All right, and I'll cook that a bit later. There we go. I'm going to put it away for now to sit. The mandazi is going to sit in a cool place for about half an hour. Thanks for joining the live, guys. I've just finished making a mandazi dough. Mandazi is an East African dough. I've just finished making it. It's got to sit for half an hour in a cool area, and then I'll be cooking it a bit later. So if you're interested in seeing that, please like the live and subscribe to my channel for more cooking videos. I cook mainly East African food, but I can cook a wide range of foods with travel and lifestyle vlog, and especially parenting. So thank you so much for joining me on this channel. I'm also going to go live very soon with a dish, a Ugandan dish called katogo, which is a one-pot dish, usually made of at least 2 or more foods. So for instance, you might have matoke. For those of you who don't know matoke, it's green bananas, and you could add in their meat and some vegetables. Yeah, if you can also use cassava, yeah, and you can add that to some meat. Today I'm going to use cassava and some meat and make the katogo with it. So if you're interested in looking at watching how that dish is made, Please like the vlog, the live, and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I'm going to end the live now, and I'll be back a bit later. Thank you so much.